Hello old-timers and newcomers, I am Cool Scratches and we're back! And yet again it took about a week to get us here. Think I have a future as a gaming YouTuber? Oh god. Something I've been thinking about. I like this game. I want to keep playing it. But I wonder just how interesting it is for you guys to watch this. Like, I've made gaming videos before, but they're usually more edited than this. And how long did it take? I think to edit a 1 hour, 2 hour video, it took me most of a day doing that. Which is part of the reason why I want to keep this more relaxed format going, where I just turn on the game, start talking, carry a conversation with myself. So it's technically a monologue. But anyway, it's been a while, and there are reasons for that. And most of it is down to me. I have not been feeling well for a while now. I mean, not devastatingly bad, but I have not been at peak performance. I was talking to... I'm sorry, I had to remind myself what her name is, because it always sounds like a joke. Bobby Jean Pentecost. And I'm sorry, that is a beautiful name. I have nothing against the name as such. It's just she likes to shorten it as BJ Pentecost, and that just always throws me. She is a furry artist, a tremendously talented furry artist. She makes the kind of artwork that I wish I could do. Her artworks look like... they look like Renaissance paintings. They are that amazing. Anyway, I was talking to her about it. And basically I asked her where on earth she gets the energy, because... well, I asked her, how often does she work? She said... I asked her, did she work like 6 or 7 hours a day? And she laughed in my face and... well, technically we were on Facebook. She wrote in my face and said sometimes more. More like 9, 10, sometimes 12 hours. And I just wondered where the hell she got the energy to do that. Because, you know, I described the way I'd been feeling. Not just recently, but for a while now. And I told her, I want, as soon as I'm done working anything, I want to go to bed. And I want to go to bed so I can wake up the next day refreshed and just start it all over again. I can't do it anymore that specific day. No. No, I have to do it the next day. I don't know why, it's just a thing. What's this? I can't remember what I'm supposed to do.
An image from the old world. Looks like some kind of building in front of sheer cliffs. The image is incomplete. But maybe if I line it up exactly with where it was taken, my focus can fill in the rest.
Okay, so cliff face. Area on your I'm sorry, now I'm concentrating. What I was gonna say was, it's as soon as it's somewhere around here, maybe.
Nope. I should find another spot. It looks like the building in the image might have been near a river. Maybe there used to be a bridge nearby?
Okay. And it didn't just concern, you know, working. You know, recently I've been getting into Blender and enjoying it, having a good time. And what I do is what I try to do, what I want to do, I should say, is work on Blender for about an hour a day. Specifically, okay, somewhere around here then. Yeah, there. I want to learn. I want to figure out how to how to sculpt in Blender, and I try to practice for at least 1 hour a day. I want.
Bridge. Maybe it's the same one from the image. I could try to line it up around here. I'm almost there.
Somewhere like that.
Got it! Hooray! Completing the image unlocked a data file. It looks like these vista points were made by Miriam Technologies. That was Elizabeth's company. I wonder if I can find more of them out in the wilds.
Interesting. Okay, so let's try this for the 3rd or 4th time. I can't keep count. It doesn't just concern me working. I've been trying to get into Blender, and I'm trying to learn how to sculpt. And to that end, I'm trying to sculpt for at least an hour a day. You know, for the time being, I'm just familiarizing myself and, you know, figuring out how I may sculpt. I haven't looked at any tutorials other than the basics for how to set up the file and how to handle the tools and so on. I haven't figured out. For the time being, I want to.
Can't override that now. Need to get data from the cauldron if I can find one.
I haven't looked up how to rig faces, but how to model faces in a way that could, for example, let you rig them or anything like that. And I haven't looked up how to rig other models yet, how to rig full models yet. I know how to rig full models, but I don't know how to sculpt a model that I can rig, because it's not as easy as you might assume. It's not just a matter of first sculpting and then rigging. The sculpt needs to work a certain way according to the chicken wire network that makes up the model. And the topology, as it's called. I haven't learned anything like that yet. I'm just trying to figure out how to sculpt, so I know how to sculpt a face, and then I can figure out how to sculpt a workable face. But like I said, it's not just things like that. It's things as basic as
Be welcome, Outlander.
having fun. Like, most of the time I find having fun to be a chore in one way or another. And, you know, I have plenty of things to have fun. And, like, I have bought a bunch of new movies that I want to watch. I have shows on Netflix that I want to see. I have a huge damn book that I want to read, that I've started reading like a month ago, and that's about as far as I've come. And what do you want?
I'm sorry, I'll be right with you.
Okay, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm saying it's overkill.
It's a weapon! Kill is the point.
Not if it blows the user's arm off. Oh, just stop talking.
Where are we? So, you look like someone who's always searching for a new weapon. Am I right?
Actually,
But you're just nuts. I am with a customer.
I'm not a customer.
I got it! Triple the powder. It'll blow a Strider sky high. Ba-boom. One shot kill. Guaranteed.
Maybe I am.
And you are in the right place at the right time, Red.
How would you like to be the proud owner of the world's first machine-enhanced,
Explosive, done in one, machine wrecking.
yet perfectly safe javelin thrower?
Sounds like the shotgun from the first game. I mean, it wasn't a shotgun in the first game, but it was near as makes no difference a shotgun in the first game.
Are you two from around here?
Nah, the claim. Dad sent us out west in search of some unknown opportunity. Said we'll know it when we see it.
Sounds like you had other ideas.
Let's just say that opening another trading post for my parents isn't how I want to make my mark in this world. I imagine traveling alone must be nice.
So she's your partner?
My apprentice and my sister. She's why we're out here. There was an incident. Another incident.
Involving explosives?
Ba-boom!
And Dad's precious homebrew. He shipped us out the next day.
Huh. Tell me more about this weapon of yours.
Saw a scroll when I was a kid by some Karja scholar who wandered out west. Had a scary drawing of a Tenakth warrior hunting with a kind of javelin thrower. Effective? Yes. Basic? Undoubtedly. But coming out here made me remember it, and I'm on the brink of vastly improving the tool's archaic design.
Whereas I will perfect it.
I can use machine parts to enhance the user's throw, increase the projectile's velocity.
Well, Boomer here is adamant that enhancing the projectile is better, namely with explosive tips.
Boomsticks.
Why not both?
That
Good work. There's one small snag.
couldn't figure
I need the parts to make the first working model.
Well, for starters, I'll need charger horns. Intact.
Yeah, that. Just be sure to shoot them off before the machine goes down. Otherwise, they break.
But the real innovation, keep it to yourself, is a fang horn rib.
There's a mean one east of here. Blow it sky high.
Boomer! You get him for me. It's yours. My treat.
You have a deal.
Okay, I have to ask. Boomer is not her real name, is it? I am asking because that's a really dumb name in this scenario, in this world. Okay, so what was he saying? Yeah, basically she said that what I described, it sounds a lot like the depression monster, which I've been dealing a lot with depression for most of my life. And the more I thought about it, the more, yeah, it did sound like depression, but also not similar to what I've been experiencing. It sounded more like, for lack of a better word, basic depression. I guess the problem for me is I felt the need to. What I specifically told her was,
Back for that free meal?
God
Come
damn
on,
it.
peruse my menu.
Local stew. A simple meal prepared by tossing 20% maximum health for 3 minutes. Boosts concentration region. Boosts low health region by 3 levels for 3 minutes. Alright. What I told her specifically was that I feel the need to justify everything I do. I feel like everything I do has to have a point. And if something doesn't have a point, that makes me anxious. If I can't come up with a reason, the reason I am doing this is because... then that freaks me out. Like... Which, come to think of it, is the basis for this gaming channel. Like, I want to have fun and play games, but I can't do it just because I want to have fun and play games. I have to justify it by putting it online. That, specifically. she sounded, she said, sounded like the depression monster. And yeah, I can agree with that. Seriously, haven't I talked to this guy already? So, in order to combat this mentality, I am here engaging in this mentality. But it did make me consider a few things. Maybe the way I'm going about it is the wrong way.
There she is, the reigning champion. You back for some training?
No, I am here because it said I should talk with you. Wait a minute. Is it because I haven't done all of these that they want me to talk to you?
See you later, Dirk.
Farewell then.
Okay, specifically, what does it say at the quest menu? Errands, a bigger boom, no? Side, bristlebacks, embassy, active, chain scrape melee pit. Any Osram. Okay, so that is annoyingly unhelpful. So let's pick something else to do. Side, bristlebacks. What now? Return to Javad the Willing. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I should be doing things that I enjoy because I enjoy them. And I shouldn't... Me wanting to do them just because I want to do them shouldn't be demotivational. And I don't know how to solve this entirely, but I figure a first step is to alleviate myself from responsibility, so to speak.
Savior, what news do you bring?
Picked up the bristleback trail by the quarry. Looks like they stampeded out of a mine at the back of the valley.
The mine? How could a herd of bristlebacks come from there?
I'm not sure, but Ulvin's workers were using explosives to tap the tunnels inside.
For the love of Dawn, I told him it wasn't worth the risk. Those tunnels, they run for miles underground, even beyond the Daunt. No, you don't think...
That Ulvin's blasting opened up a passage from the other side?
Perhaps. Yes, perhaps. If this is true, we need confirmation. An inquiry. So thorough, so irrefutable, endorsed by the
Okay, we
Savior.
get it, we
All
get
right,
it.
I'll
You're comedic.
keep looking.
Blaming the Kaja, your role. I've already done these.
I need to go.
Of course.
And I'm back at the melee pit.
If I'm gonna find out where the bristlebacks came from, I need to head further west. Another reason to get the embassy going?
Okay, that can wait. Quests. On hold until the embassy has been completed. Okay. Errands. Learning machine strike. This traditional Tanakh fork. The enduring. Somewhere in the jobs. Okay, so what I can do is a bigger boom or learning machine strike. And honestly, I don't feel like learning a board game at the moment, so I'm gonna go with a bigger boom. Okay, so what I was trying to get at is... I should keep playing this game, but perhaps I should not play it while recording myself. Like, I shouldn't be making it a chore or something along those lines to have fun. I should be doing it just because I want to. And the same thing applies to recording myself doing it. I enjoy recording myself recording myself running my mouth while playing a fun game. Okay, can I override you? I could do that in the first game. I should be able to in this game, shouldn't I? Then again, I should be able to whistle in this game as well, and I can't do that. Let's figure it out the hard way. Maybe regret it immediately. I can override it.
Gonna teach me how to override these things.
Ah, there it is. Okay, they are stupid in this game. Yes, they are. They very, very are. Come on! Fight back! Ooh. Ooh.
Last one.
Ooh. Come on, if you don't charge me, you won't run into my attack.
I have to try again.
Can't I just, you know, take the horns from the fallen one? Ooh! Thank you. That's aggravating. But yeah, that is my thinking.
Shoot off the horns before it goes down.
Okay, so let's find them again. Ooh! Didn't think he'd seen me. Come on, stand still. Yes. 1 out of 3. Can I just have an even 4 or 2? I am sneaking. No, I'm not. Come on, stand still.
There's a horn.
Thank you. It's very difficult to gauge audience reaction when I'm not actually streaming yet. But I don't know, does it make sense to stop
The next fight.
And sorry, my mentor is on vacation and he just discorded me? I don't know. If Skype is a thing, then discording should be a thing. Let's not make it a thing. Stand still, you prick. Yes! Yes, again. And oh yeah.
I need to find the
There we
charger
go.
once I shut off. Pulse from my focus should show me where they are.
I went quiet again, I shouldn't be doing that. So what else is going on? Well, I got the new Spider-Man movie. And I say I got it, I bought it. But I bought it a few days ago and then it arrived today, so that's good. Now I just have to convince my family to watch it with me. My mother's Cohab, he likes the Iron Man movie. Yes, and I managed to convince him to go see Endgame with me. That 3 hour long... Was it even 4 hours, maybe? I don't know, it was too big for its britches either way. Gather Fang Horde. 100 meters away. I assume they're meters anyway. He's less inclined to watch a Spider-Man movie. Both of them are, but I don't know.
I'll have to find a cauldron out here to learn how to override that.
Scrounger. You're the new wolves, aren't you? Oh, you're them. Fang. Right. Okay, let's be intelligent about this. What kind of it's weak against ice and strong against fire. And what about you? You're also weak against ice. Do I have any weapons to reflect this? Electricity, ice. Ah, wrong. How do I do it again? Ooh. I did not mean to do that. Sorry, raccoon. There we are. Come on. Cool off.
There's the Fenghorn.
Ooh!
Take advantage of its red.
And let's switch to the bowl. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to take the lids. Right. Come on, I can't craft. Damn it! There we are. That was wrong on my part. Because I was too focused trying to grab the right weapon. Luckily I can at least... God damn it! You keep out of this, doggy. You too, Ramhorn. Actually, you stay right in there. Okay, bye.
Down it goes. Should be able to focus the trip.
Oh, so I can harvest this grid after it's fallen. Well, why can't I do that with other machines? There we are. Thank you. Now,
Got
here's the thing
everything I
about
need for
Spider-Man.
Della and Boomer. Now, to see about that weapon of theirs.
The thing about Spider-Man for me is I am a Marvel heathen. I am a pagan. I am a blasphemer. I do not like Spider-Man. I did when I was a kid. Haven't since I was about 13. And I watched the animated series when I was a kid, but in my defense, I think even back then, it was a slightly more mature Spider-Man. Like, I don't remember him going to school. At least not in the sense that he is in the current movies or in the early comics. I think he was...
Get my picture at least.
Actually, what was he? Was he a student? I don't remember him going to class. I do remember seeing him in universities at a lab, but I don't think he was a teacher either, so I don't know. Either way, I like the more mature takes on Spider-Man, but currently as he is, no, I don't like him. And that's when it occurred to me why I still bought not just the new movie, but the first of the trilogy, of the Marvel trilogy. It's the villains. I love Spider-Man's villains a whole lot more than I do Spider-Man himself. And, well... no, and Homecoming's Vulture, that is among the greatest villains in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Not because he's the biggest or the baddest or anything like that, but because he is not just intimidating, not just charismatic, not just very, very memorable, but the most empathetic as well. And I feel like that should have been at the first of my rants rather than at the last bit. But yeah, I love everything about the Vulture in Homecoming.
I know that look. You've got all the parts, haven't you?
Here you go.
Outstanding! I only need a few minutes to finish the prototype.
I'll take the version that won't blow my arms off. Thanks.
Yeah, that's right, I don't trust you. What of it?
Hi.
So did you blow up any machines to get the parts? Or any bandits?
You really like explosions, huh?
Here we go.
With the boomsticks?
Oh, you betcha.
Is it safe?
Probably.
No.
Can I have one?
No!
Aw.
Cause we're gonna make you something even better.
Aww.
Boom!
Okay, that is cute. Fair enough. Spike throwers launch powerful projectiles that can hit enemies at a long range. Due to their long build-up, they have a slow rate of fire and cannot be used while jumping or crouching. Spikes must be thrown at full draw in order to penetrate armor. Okay, fair enough. Quick question. If these things are explosive, can I only buy them at your specific stall? Because I feel like that would make the most sense, given you are the people who invented it.
How about a blast sling, but with triple the ammo?
Do you know how much blaze that would use? No way.
Talk to the pitmaster. I don't want to talk to the pitmaster, god damn it. But I've been learning Machine Strike. Oh yeah, this thing. I feel like this will become relevant at some point later on. I hope it becomes relevant at some point later on. So I may as well. Oh, excuse me for a moment. Wake up. Where'd you go? Thank you. And I'm back. Okay, let's learn Machine Strike. Ooh.
Hey, you have got some serious weaponry there, don't you?
Thank you. That wasn't me. Whatever it was.
Seat's always open.
Why not sit down for... Oh, you want to play, Red?
Beginner's tutorial. Thank you. Beginner set. Set up points 2 out of 10. Beginner's tutorial. Not completed. Board. Okay.
All right, let's start off simple. The Tanakhs like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy. We each get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine, and each machine is worth a different number of victory points. And to win the game, you'll need to gain 7 victory points by destroying the opponent's machines. It can be tricky remembering the details of every machine, so we use these notes to keep track of them. You see that number on the top right corner? That there is how many victory points you'll get for destroying that machine.
Stop reminding me this is a game.
Notes also tell you how far a piece can move, how powerful their attacks are, the distance they can strike from, and of course, their health. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's just play. I'll explain the rest as we go. I own the board, so I get to choose who goes first. Since this is your first time, I'll let you go. Usually you get to choose which pieces to set on the board, but this will do for now. Pick up that machine piece to your right, and move it forward.
Okay, so it's basically stratego. Or is it strategory? I can't remember.
And remember, each machine can only move a certain distance. Take a look at your notes if you need a reminder.
Select a machine. Tap X to select the terrain it should move to. Okay.
Gotta move that machine forward.
I just did. Okay, so I'm only allowed to move it the furthest. Okay.
Easy enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2 machines each round, so go ahead and pick a second machine. Perfect. There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn. We're forging onwards. Let me move my pieces here. And we're back to you. This time, why don't you try attacking one of my pieces? Try with that machine on your right first. Now move the piece close enough. When performing an attack, you'll be testing your machine's combat power against the opponent's. A machine's combat power is a combination of the terrain your machine is standing on and its own attack power. This board only has grassland terrain, which has no effect on a machine's combat power. And your current machine has 2 points of attack power. So in total, your machine's combat power equals 2 points. Since my machine isn't the one attacking, it has 0 points of attack power. And just like your machine, it's not affected by grassland terrain. So right now, the difference in combat power between the 2 machines is 2 points. This means your machine can do 2 points of damage to my machine. Did you get all that? Knew you were a smart one. Finish up by attacking my machine. Not pulling any punches, huh? Now grab that second machine of yours. See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. That lets it move 1 space further. Try it out.
Okay. How do I do that? I mean, I can see it's telling me to do that, but... It would be nice if you could explain what part of the gameplay makes me able to do that.
Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack. Now, some players like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, but it will damage your machine's health by 2 points. So use at your own discretion. Let's try doing that now so you can see what I mean. That's about it for your turn then. Now, I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it. Same as in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there and you'll do some damage, but not a lot. Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those and you'll deal a mighty blow. Here, let me show you. Rotate that piece so your machine faces mine. Now let that machine have it. Off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points. You don't have 7 of them yet, so let's keep going. Your machine attacked mine, but hasn't moved yet. Go ahead and move downwards towards my remaining piece. You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But if you overcharge your machine, you can attack a second time. And by the look of your machine's health, you'd be sacrificing your piece to defeat mine. But sometimes that can be a good thing. Overcharge your machine to attack mine a second time, and I'll show you what I mean. Ain't that a thrill? Now, because your machine was knocked out at the same time as mine, we both get the victory points our machines are worth. Good news is, since you're the one attacking, you're gonna receive your victory points before I do. Which means you can reach the coveted 7 victory points first. That's why sometimes losing a piece can be the best way to end a game in your favor. Now, you'll notice you didn't get quite up to 7 victory points this time, but you did destroy all my pieces. That means you're the winner! That wasn't so hard, was it?
I'm never playing this game again.
Always check for the best terrain to attack from. You'd be surprised the advantage you can gain over an opponent like that. I know it saved my behind in a game or two.
I'll try and remember that.
Oh, before I forget, these are all my spare pieces. I want the Savior of Meridian to have them. It's a small set to be sure, but it should be enough to get you in on any strike games you find out there. You might even fancy looking out for them strike carvers. They've got all kinds of unique pieces that can turn a game in your favor, though they'll need the right materials to craft you one. Or you might find them in the wilds if you're lucky. You know, I've lost my fair share of pieces after a night of machine hunting or brew hopping. No need to thank me. Always a pleasure to help out new strike players. Now, if you feel like playing a real game, I've got plenty of other boards. I could even teach you a few more tricks if you're up for it.
Thank you,
Thanks.
let's
I'll
not.
think about it.
I love how even Aloy is uncomfortable about it. Is Aloy supposed to be socially awkward? I mean, it would make sense, but also, no.
You know where to find me, Red.
Just no. Anyway, we've been dilly-dallying for long enough. Let us actually get on with the embassy. After a quick check of messages. No one wanted me anything. No one wants to talk to me! And that's why I'm talking into a camera instead.
What
past Thurless old shop and tripped over one of his stupid wires.
Just checking which lens it was. My camera has 2 lenses. Actually, 1 lens and 1 camera. But it's difficult to tell the difference between the 2. Excuse you! I'm not gonna talk to the pitmaster. I am going to finish the embassy quest.
What did your sister think of her gift?
Thank you.
Wouldn't you like to know? Say hi to your sister for me.
So yeah, I think depression may be blooming up again, but in a way that I don't recognize. I've got a new film that I'm planning to watch. What else? Oh yeah, I'm working tonight. That's fun to talk about. No, but I am, and it's a bit annoying because I have given up eating sweets. Stay with me. You see, eating sweets, for a lot of people, eating sugar is a quick way of gaining energy. Me, personally, I get tired from eating sweets. And
Be welcome, Outland.
it's a little bit annoying because I would really like to be able to get a few hours of sleep before I go to work tonight. You see, I get on around 2, but because I have to deliver a lot of free papers tonight, I probably won't be done until like 7 or 8 in the morning. So that's fun. Oh, the joy of working nights. But yeah, eating sweets, overdosing on sweets basically, is a nice, quick and easy way for me to fall asleep. And I've been using it quite effectively for a while. When I am done playing this game for tonight, I probably will try getting some sleep in. But it would be a lot easier if I had some sugar to down it with. Funny thing about that, I say I have given up sugar and sweets. That's not entirely true. For one thing, I still eat it as food. Like earlier today, we had hamburgers. But that wasn't my idea, first of all. And secondly, we don't eat that much fatty food. We do eat too many French fries because, well, the alternative is just regular old potatoes most of the time. Or macaroni. Macaroni, that works for chili con carne or things of that nature. It does not work for pork chops. It just doesn't. Did I finish my thought or did I start talking about something else? I can't remember. I really wish I had a chat. I don't know. I don't know what I want, I don't know what I need, I don't know what I should do. Oh yeah, speaking of work, I have started saving. Something was blinking. Yeah. I have started gathering money for a new computer. That has to do with work because of what I earn, which isn't a lot. I'll probably be saving for a minimum of 6 months. That is a long time to show restraint when it comes to
before the Forbidden West.
anything.
That means the embassy's starting soon.
Let's hope.
Alright, I should find whoever's in charge here. First, I could resupply at my stash. Might be worth taking a look around, too.
Is that... Savior, tell me,
Are you seeking passage into no man's land by any chance?
Oh God, we're doing the no man's
Why do
land
you ask?
analogy.
Ah, well, to hammer it plain, there's treasure out west. Unclaimed scrap and ancient metal. And I've got a sturdy band of salvagers that knows the lay of the land.
You're not afraid of the Tenakth?
Terrified. But I carry out most of my business in no man's land. Neutral territory and all that. Barren Light is our port of entry. When its doors aren't closed for an embassy. I was hoping your arrival meant they might be opening soon. I've got a business to run, after all.
I want that embassy to happen as much as you do. Believe me, I'm working on it.
Good to know. And keep us in mind. If you do manage to open the way, our main camp will be just past Barren Light. We'll buy any scrap you've got on you. And if you're looking for machine parts, we've got the best in the West, guaranteed.
All right. Maybe later then.
If you could get those blasted gates open.
Guess I'm not the only one who wants to get those gates open.
Oh yeah, what I was saying about... Is this the... Yes, it is the stash. Let's... I have a feeling I have some things that I probably will need. Like those. Restock. Thank you. Oh, that was easy. And what are you? Ah, these things. Do I have anything to sell? I'm always hesitant to sell valuables because I always worry there is one person that will probably give me more than the average market, than the average hunter in this case.
Thanks, Red.
Did I just say
Need
in these
anything
case?
else? You come
I
see
did
me.
not mean that, I meant in this case. I meant in this case, damn it! I don't know! I don't know what I'd be. Someone up there wants help.
There's Errand. Looks like he's had a few. Gentlemen?
That's our cue.
You taking the edge off?
Well, I can't put my foot in my mouth again if I'm pouring booze down it, right?
You didn't put your foot in your mouth, I did!
Let me guess. You're in a rush, right? So whatever you need, ask away.
How have you been? Ursa, the embassy, Barren Light. I feel like this is the least important one, but just for the way I acted earlier, I feel the need to ask it.
How have things been since
Your silent departure? Yeah, not bad. Vanguard's going strong. Helped Avad pick up the pieces after the battle with the Eclipse. I took a month to bury Ursa in the claim. But when I got back, I got the assignment to babysit Wadis on his way to the embassy. I thought that'd be a cakewalk, so of course things went sideways.
You got blindsided. Wasn't your fault.
A couple more of these, maybe I'll believe you.
I was, wondering if you were able to lay Ursa to rest, like you wanted.
Yeah, we did. Just seemed the crowd that showed up to pay their respects. Half of them owed her a favor, and the other half owed her their lives. In the end, everybody drank. You know, it's the rowdiest funeral since ever.
Feels like she would have liked that.
Yeah, damn straight. Damn straight. She would have put them all under the table.
I'm misremembering Or didn't Ursa have a problem with you drinking in the first game? Specifically drinking too much, so I don't know. Maybe there's a balancing act there. I don't know. It's difficult to know these things. Especially when you have real life to compare to.
What do you know
That's all
about
I'll say about
the
that.
I know, not much. Only that Avad really wants it to happen. He said I'm making peace with these Tanakh. But from what I hear, they're not too big on the whole diplomacy thing. They do most of their talking with blades and arrows. So if you're heading their way, be prepared. Things might get ugly real fast.
I'll keep that in mind. What do you know about this place?
Well, nothing good. It's where the Carja dragged all the captives they took from the Forbidden West during the Red Raids. Lucky ones became slave labor. The rest were hauled off to the Sun Ring and Meridian.
Your sacrifice.
You got it. Tanakh made sure to wreck the place before they chased the Carja out of the West. I can't say I blame them. And now Avad's paying the Osram to rebuild it. And no matter how much new stone they put up, it'll still be stained in blood.
Isn't that the guy who calmed an angry crowd in the first game when they, by calling the old Sun King a murderous bung, and then made everyone, and then convinced everyone that the new Sun King was to be trusted? And I just remember him being a whole lot more pragmatic, is all.
I better get going.
Oh, thanks for taking the time to talk to this useless lug.
Errand.
Nah, I get it. You know, I'm just a blunt instrument. Wrong tool for the job. All right, I guess what I'm really trying to say is, if you ever do need me...
I know where to find you. Hopefully sober next time?
Don't count on it. But be careful out there, Aloy.
Okay, let's see if I'll be able to talk now, but first I'm gonna see what this guy wants.
I beg you, Savior.
Savior. You're my last hope.
Conover. She's Meridian's savior, not yours.
It's just Aloy. What do you want?
Please, no one will listen. But the Eclipse... they're here in the Daunt.
Really, Conover? Aloy's the one that defeated them. You're bothering her with this hogwash now?
Some of them must have fled west after the battle at the Elite. I saw one of our sentries, Lorovic, sneaking off to meet with one. I tried to eavesdrop, but they spotted me. And then Lorovic tried to kill me. I fought back. It was him or me.
Unfortunately, there's no hard evidence that connects Lorovic to the Eclipse. And since Conover doesn't deny killing his fellow soldier, Nozar sentenced him to death.
What makes you so sure Lorovic was working with the Eclipse?
Well, I was too far to hear everything. But I heard them both say the word Eclipse.
It's not the most outlandish claim I've heard, but it's up there.
Crying Eclipse is a convenient way to dodge a death sentence.
If I have to die, so be it. But if we ignore this threat, others are going to die too.
Okay. I was worried I'd cut off the sound there for a moment.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Weeks ago, during a shift change, some trespassers slipped through the gate. By the time anyone noticed, they were halfway out the canyon. Nozar didn't see the need to give chase. Let the Tanakh take care of them, he said.
Nozar's not one to be sidetracked. He tightened up the patrol schedules, reprimanded the sentries, and everyone moved on.
But I couldn't stop thinking about it. None of us are careless out here, meaning someone left it open on purpose. And Lorovic, well, he's always grumbling about officers. But on this, he was too quiet. And after the incident, he started acting different, jumpy. So when I spotted him sneaking out of the barracks after hours, I followed. I found him arguing with a stranger, and when Lorovic mentioned the Eclipse, I tried getting closer, but they heard me. The stranger took off, and Lorvik lunged at me with his knife. Instincts took over. Sentries heard the scuffle and found me standing over his body.
Okay, I'm just curious why you're dressed like a beggar. Is that just to garner sympathies? Because I feel like a soldier should have better clothes than that.
Why don't you believe him?
We combed the woods, searched Laravik's bunk, searched it again, didn't find anything. Look, Conover's a good man. I don't believe he murdered Laravik in cold blood. But Nazar only listens to facts. And that fact is, Conover killed his fellow sentry. He doesn't deny it, right?
No, but more Eclipse
And
are out
considering
there.
there's no evidence backing up this Eclipse story, well, we can't question a dead man. Nozar's on edge with the upcoming embassy and doesn't want distractions. But hey, if you find a bunch of Eclipse soldiers hatching an evil plot in the woods, please do let us know.
The meeting you witnessed. Did you hear anything else about their plans?
No. But the clearing where they met is just east of here, across the river.
A dozen soldiers have already searched it, Conover. There's nothing there.
I can see things others can't. If the Eclipse are in the Daunt, I'll find them.
Thank you, Aloy. Sun bless your search.
Don't get your hopes up, soldier.
I feel like this actually takes precedence over the embassy. You know, if there are Eclipse out there, then I should probably be dispersing them before I try going ahead with the embassy. But anyway, what I was saying about gaming earlier, like I said, I want to start playing this game on my own time, in my own terms, without trying to turn it into a chore. With that in mind, Shadows from the Past, God, yes, let's do that.
With 5 ales and
Where? Over there. And
That's right. Thought it was gonna get me too.
that's not to say I'm going to stop recording myself playing this game entirely. Just that I'm thinking about stopping to record myself every time I do it. What I'm thinking about instead is, if I'm going to share my thoughts and feelings and whatever is going on in my life with you online, then I may as well make the content more interesting. And I have to admit, watching me play the same game over and over again, it's not the most interesting content, I have to admit.
The Eclipse. Bloodstains. It's as good a place to start as any.
Where are the bloodstains? Those are bloodstains? I thought they were flowers.
Pretty sure this is where Conover killed that guard. Maybe my focus can tell me if there really was a third person here.
Seems so.
I see plenty of tracks from the Karja search party. Not helpful.
Maybe something up there then.
Broken branches. Was someone up here?
Let's hope so, otherwise this will be a very boring mystery.
Faint tracks. Leading away from barren light. I should be able to follow them with my focus. Let's see where this leads. Maybe Conover wasn't lying after all.
It just occurs to me. And when you can't decide whether to call someone Connor or Oliver, call them Conover. Oh well, it could be worse. Could be Conifer. But we already have a character named Boomer, so And thankfully they're not that bad.
Lost the trail. There's too many machines walking around. Maybe I can pick up the tracks once I'm past them.
Did I kill you? Yeah, I did.
I can get data to override machines from cauldrons. Just need to find one.
I know that. Anyway, it occurs to me, or rather, I remembered something. It occurred to me how silly most procedural dramas are. I like procedural dramas, I think they're really fun. But it occurred to me that they are really, really silly. I mean, take Castle, for example. We have an author who decides to get involved with a detective's cases because he's researching a character for a novel. Fair enough, that's a good setup for a show. However, it quickly becomes not a monster of the week, but a mystery of the week kind of thing, where every week something incredible, a case that would be career-making in any other circumstance happens. And it's played off as if it's everyday when it very clearly isn't. Like, I think the third or fourth episode or something was... What was it? And it was like a sociopathic upper-class kid that committed a murder so contrived that you almost have to laugh when you hear about it. He convinced someone, he manipulated someone to shoot their best friend without them realizing it.
Should be easy to follow the trail up ahead now.
Because they were playing a very stupid game where they pointed a gun at each other, and the gun was supposed to be filled with blanks, but he of course put real bullets in it, and he just knew in what order the others were gonna be shot, so he put a bullet in the exact number of shots that would be fired. That is incredible. But then it occurred to me, and I started thinking about what it would be like if... Where's the blood? Ah, over there.
Whoever the runner was, this machine must have slashed him. Should be easy to follow the blood trail with my focus.
And I started thinking about ways to make a
for that bridge.
Procedural drama that would be more realistic, that would have the kind of mysteries that real-life cops and detectives would deal with. And just like that, it occurred to me how freaking boring a show like that would be. I mean, I think there are shows like it that focus specifically on the relationship and lives of the detectives of the show, but
Someone set up a lookout down here.
yeah, it's good, Hatton. Thank you. What's that? Ah. I missed what I was supposed to be doing. What was I doing?
Looks like the runner tried to treat their wounds before they went on. I should be able to follow their tracks. Not a bad view of barren light, if you wanted to spy on it.
It is? I can barely see much more than the bridge. Whatever. Let's just try and stop a eclipse uprising if we can, please. This is what I liked about the first game. Why do I sound like... Why do I sound like, I'm disappointed in saying that? And why do I feel the need to defend myself? Why am I so worried about how I appear to others? Maybe because I'm in a conversation where there is no one to converse with? Maybe.
The trail ends here. Must have climbed up to that cave. With that injury, I'll bet he's on his last legs.
Ah, okay. Still loving this? Still loving this.
This looks like a good place for someone to hide.
This suddenly makes me want to see Metro 2034 set in this world.
Yes! What are we supposed to do now? We stay on track.
Did I say 2034? I mean, I meant 2033.
If we give up now, the usurper wins. We have to find Ezra.
In his shadow, we will find strength.
I say we kill the lot.
Take on. Don't know Larovic's dead. He hasn't shown at the rendezvous point. So either that fool guard killed him, or he's lost his nerve.
We'll just have to blast our way through the gates.
And then what? Rayad was our only link to Vezra, and now he's dead too.
We'll track Vezra if we have to. But first we have to get past Barren Light. Next change of guard, we go in fast and loud.
Conover was right. I have to stop them before they hurt anyone else.
If it weren't for that cursed Nora, Sundom would be ours.
Let's see. Yes, I can. That was simple enough.
And all will fall.
Interesting. He is turned away from me perpetually, it seems. No, he's not. Yes, he is. That was childishly simple.
Suffer, and that will be a good day.
Okay, you just turn around. Wait, no. You are turned around. Aren't you? Yes, you are.
Avad will suffer.
But I still
That
dare
will be a
not
good day.
move now. That's what I expected. Okay, now you turn around again. Please, thank you. Go on. Go on, you terrorist prick. Thank you.
I'll pay back every Carja that turned coat on us.
Ow! Silence! Oh yeah, this ain't good.
I swapped the comforts of Meridian for this.
Over there!
Okay, new approach.
The Outlander's here! Go! Go! Move on now!
Oh well.
Takes care of that. I'm sure there's more on that side. I better be careful.
Oh, there you are.
And don't come back, right?
Don't come back. There you are. Can you please go away so I can see the enemy? Please. Thank you.
Okay, new plan.
I wonder... No, I don't want to waste it. It would be funny, but no.
You come back, I'll be ready.
I'm gone. Can't find me.
How did I mess this up?
Okay. Can I sneak around him, maybe? No! Help! I did not mean for that to happen. Oops.
What do you want here?
Yes. Okay. Where he be?
Looking for
You should move on, Outlander.
Ooh. What a nice haul. And I haven't even killed you yet.
You picked the wrong place to attack.
Okay, there you are.
You win.
Thank you.
Care of that. It sounds like there's more Eclipse beyond the Daunt. If this Rayad was their only link to them, he might have a focus. He could tell me where they are.
I just wanna see things from up here first. What was I supposed to do? Just grapple on up here and take them all out? No. Okay, so what am I doing? Search the hideout for Rayad's corpse. Grapple point, grapple point, grapple point, grapple point. Oh, it's that one. No, it's not. Because it's that one. Wait, what? Where? Why? Where for? Oh, there.
I'm guessing that's Rayad. Blood trail must have been his. He bled out trying to get here. I was right. Ryad has a focus.
Loyal Eclipse. If you're seeing this, it means you've left the Sundom in search of something to follow. Your journey is almost over. Follow the sun beyond the gates of barren light, and bask in the glow of future conquest. The new empire awaits.
Arrogant.
I'll have to pay this Vezra a visit and crush his new Eclipse empire before it begins. There's coordinates here, up past Barren Light. Ryad's mask should be enough to prove Conover's innocence. I better take it back to Barren Light.
Alright then. What was that? Straggler's Shade. Okay. Return to cover. That was simple enough. Maybe now we can get the embassy underway.
I can't override that machine. But I could learn if there's a cauldron out here. When we fought the Eclipse back in Meridian, I thought that'd be the end of it. Guess I was wrong.
No matter how little sense it makes, considering, as far as I gather, they attacked with their full force. Please, 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 hurry up. Mount Charger, thank you. There we are. Now hopefully this will take... wrong way. It'll take the wrong way. That's not what I was hoping for. What I was hoping for. No. Hopefully it'll take less time getting there, is what I was trying to say. Besides, it's been a while since I rode anything like this. Feels good. I'm getting a nice massage in my hands. Oh, that makes me curious. What would it be like to play this game on a PS5? I know there's like black magic or something in the PS5's controller which gives a unparalleled input when it comes to these things. And I haven't played a lot. My sister's fiance, he has a PS5 and I have tried that on a few occasions. And I specifically remember playing... what's the name? Is it Strings? Is it Rags? I don't know. It's a game where you play as a cardigan figurine or something like that. Oh. Wrong way. Anyway, it's really odd to describe to someone who hasn't experienced it, but it felt like string was being unraveled in my hands and the vibrations transmitted through the controller.
Look alive, soldier. She's back.
Aloy! Did you find anything?
Eclipse fugitives were camped out on the other side of the forest. And they were getting ready to fight their way through Barren Light. You just helped save a lot of lives.
Aloy, you know I believe you. But Nozar? He might not be convinced by your words alone.
If he needs proof, show him that. And tell him the man he's got locked up risked his life to expose and eliminate an Eclipse spy.
Huh. I guess you are his savior. Congratulations, soldier. You're a free man. I'll have you out of there before sunfall. I'll make sure this gets to Nozar.
That's it then. The end of the eclipse.
Almost. The trespassers you mentioned, the ones who got through Barren Light weeks ago, their leader's dangerous. And he's out there, in the Forbidden West, building up an army.
Sun and Shadow, you're going out there to stop him, aren't you?
I'm gonna try.
I want to help. I can fight.
I know you can. But you've been through a lot.
Besides, I am the
Once you're out
savior
that
of this
cell,
story.
You should enjoy your freedom. You've earned it.
Take them out, Savior.
Now, can we please progress the game a little bit, thank you?
Lighten up, Pai. You've got a thick wall of stone between you and the Tanakh up there.
Yes, sir.
Why the long face, Mavas? Wish you were heading out there?
Are you in charge around here?
Ah, apologies, no. That would be Commander Nozar. I'm Lawan, his second in command. So, what brings Aloy of the Nora to Barren Light?
I'm here for the embassy. I need it to happen so I can head west. And maybe now that Studious Wadis is here, we can finally get things underway.
Yes, the Sun Priest. Walked in practically kicking and screaming behind his escort. Really seems to like his scrolls. But the embassy remains delayed. Commander Nozar has signaled our readiness, but the Tanakh marshals have yet to sound their horn.
All right, fine. Let me through the gates then. I have my own business with them.
I'm sure you do, but I'm afraid I can't. Commander's orders. Normally, the gates are open for any who dare to venture out. Asaram salvagers, a few especially brazen Karja, but no one's allowed in or out before an embassy. They'll reopen, once the Tanakh have left.
How annoying.
You said something about Tanakh's marshals. Who are they?
They're the tribe's elite warriors. Before every embassy, they arrive with a contingent of soldiers from each of their 3 clans. Then, during the proceedings, they negotiate on behalf of their leader. And by negotiate, I mean stare down our Sun Priest until they concede. Paiv over here came face to face with them for the first time at the last embassy. Came back drenched in his own sweat.
It was hot that day, sir.
It was indeed.
So what happens at these embassies, exactly?
Mostly trade and negotiation. The Karja offer tribute of food, spices, and gear. In exchange, the Tanakh return personal effects taken from Karja soldiers that fell during the Red Raids. This particular embassy, however, is a special case.
Because the Tanakh, they're handing over some sort of prisoner, right? A soldier named Fashav?
Ah, so you've heard. The exchange has got everyone on edge. You never know if an embassy's going to go well until it's practically over.
Where is this Commander Nozar, then? If he's the one keeping the gates shut, I'll convince him to open them for me.
I'll take you to him, but I have to warn you. The commander isn't one to break protocol, especially when he's already high-strung.
We'll see about that.
I am Aloy of the
going
Nora
on around here.
and
The Tanakh
savior
tore
of
down this
Meridian.
place during the Red Raids. 2 years of
listen.
labor, and we still have a long way to go. The work stoppage and chain scrape nearly halted our rebuilding efforts. But I hear a certain Nora got them back to work.
I was just helping out.
Yes, well, I'm sure Ulvin was thrilled. Stand aside, soldier.
Sir?
There's the commander. Better brace yourself. And good luck.
Why the Sun King believes we can have peace with these barbarians is beyond me.
Look, how are we to hold an embassy with a tribe that can't even govern their own people?
What more can you expect from barbarians?
Ahem.
Ah. Aloy, was it?
Yes. The one who cleared the valley for you? That Aloy.
We appreciate your service. At least we are ready for the embassy to begin.
Didn't you just give the signal?
Both sides must signal readiness. Until the Tenakth sound their horn, we wait.
Yea, for as the first shall be...
Shut up. Why the delay?
The Tenakth are a tribe composed of 3 clans. How many banners do you see?
You're just gonna wait? Go find out what's wrong.
Oh, this isn't some forgotten corner of the East where you come from. It's the
Yeah,
Forbidden
I
West.
get it. I'm black in this scenario. Blah, blah, blah.
If you don't like it, run back to Meridian. File a complaint.
The Meridian I saved, you mean?
That's right. Nobody walks to the gate until the 3rd clan arrives and the Tenakth horn has sounded. Not even the savior of Meridian.
I'll wait, or I'm going now. Yeah, I'm going now.
Well, thanks, but I've waited long enough. It's time to go.
Absolutely not. This embassy depends on diligent adherence to... You shall not!
Keep telling yourself that.
Someone approaching! On a machine!
Ooh. So he did learn to do that.
Open the gates, please.
Do not let her through that gate! That is a direct order!
Sorry, can't do it.
Sir, it's the Savior! I don't care if it's the Dowager Queen herself! The gate is sealed until that horn blows!
I'm asking nicely.
I don't know what to do.
Hey, Varl.
Hi, Aaron. What's happening?
I know the usual. Aloy wants something. People try to stand in her way. It's not gonna work.
Gates. That's it! Arrest her!
I'd like to see you try.
Supporting fire?
Yeah, I'm locked and loaded. Hey, Nozar! You stupid bastard. You think you got the authority to keep that door shut in the savior of Meridian's face? What do you think Sun King Avad is gonna do when he hears what you did? Promote you, huh? Let it through, boys.
Well, that was easy.
Saving the world.
Forget something back in Meridian?
Look, Varl.
It doesn't matter. Made it just in time. So this tribe that Murad told us about, the Tenakth, we need their permission to go west?
Yeah, well, I figured it'd be nice if they weren't trying to kill me the whole time.
But this embassy hasn't started yet. We're just gonna barge in?
There's no more politics. No more delays.
Oh well. Now at least you have some backup.
I guess I do. We'll see how it goes.
I really hope this blows up in their faces just for them saying something so stupid as fuck the politics. I mean, it's great in a heroic quest, but the first game was also a lot about consequences to your actions.
That is the line between East and West. Cross it and die.
Hold on now. Let's take it easy.
None may walk this valley until our signal sounds. That was our accord with the Karja.
I'm not Karja. I came here on my own to ask for rite of passage.
But they opened the gate for you, did they not? What is the meaning of this violation?
Why send a child? Do they want to parley or not?
The Karja can't be trusted. This is no.
Forget the Karja. This has nothing to do with them. I need to go west to save lives. Maybe even yours.
The only lives you can save are your own. By turning back. Now.
Hold! She's telling the truth about one thing. She's not Karja. She's a Nora from the Savage East. And if she seeks to save lives, should we not listen? Let me speak to her. One last favor for a fellow marshal before he's taken away. A fearless, red-headed Nora. You must be the so-called savior of Meridian.
Just Aloy.
I am unyielding Fashav, once of the Karja High Command, last of the army of the Setting Sun.
You're Fashav. Avad gave me a message for you. That he waits for you in Meridian, where you belong.
Avad always was polite. Well, now I'm even more curious about you knowing that you have the confidence of the Sun King. But such an association with the Karja could work against you, as it often has with me. As you can see, tensions are high. This embassy is a delicate affair. They're about to return me to the Sundom, a gesture that might help soothe painful grievances. And now you arrive, unheralded.
I'm not here to cause trouble. I just need to go west.
So you say. I might be able to help, but I need to know why. Along with some assurance that I won't regret it.
And yet I'm the one questioning him? Okay.
How did you come to be among the Tenakth?
It's quite a story, but not a quick one. Though I suppose neither of us is going anywhere before the embassy begins. Are you sure you want to hear it?
Sure, why not? They give this much attention to lore building. I want to explore it.
I guess we have time.
Very well. I marched with Sun King Jiran's raiders when they came west, hoping to moderate their worst impulses. I failed, of course. They committed unspeakable atrocities, stirring the Tenakth into action. When the clans overran our forward encampment at Cinnabar Sands, I stayed behind to help the last stragglers evacuate, and was taken prisoner. I didn't make it easy for my captors, mind you. And they paid me back in kind on the journey to their capital. I lost so much blood on the way that I was white as a corpse when they threw me before Chief Hikaro. I thought I was dead for sure, so I resorted to desperate measures.
So when you met the Tenakth chief, you did something desperate?
Now, I'd kept my ears open as the Tenakth dragged me along, and I heard mutterings about a kind of trial by combat that they revere. So, when they flung me at Hikaro's feet, I demanded this rite, called the Kulrut, thinking that by winning I could request a boon. My life.
I assume I'm gonna do that.
The other Tenakth howled, but Hikaro stared them down, and then his gaze fell upon me. Evidently, he appreciated my ingenuity. He allowed me to participate in the Kulrut. Little did I know what I was in for.
You said the Kulrut is a Tenakth trial by combat.
Yes, but it is no ordinary trial. It doesn't pit men against each other, at least not directly. Instead, the combatants fight machines in a great arena, and only the strongest survive.
I did something like that towards the end of the first game.
It's no easy thing to stare down a charging machine while hundreds around you scream for blood.
I know more about that than you might think.
Yeah.
Do you? Well, then you have my respect. Like you, I lived through it to claim my prize. I had hopes for freedom, but well, that wasn't on offer. Only service to the chief.
You wound up serving the Tenakth chief.
the winners of the cool route must serve the chief as his marshals.
You mentioned that word before. What does it mean?
The word itself refers to a kind of protective spirit from the ancient past. In practice, marshals are Hikaru's roving lawgivers, part magistrate, part judge, part executioner. I won my place among their ranks and served as honor demanded, but many Tenakth still spat on the ground when I walked by. And they did, until I started forcing them to the ground to grind their faces in it.
I guess that's one way to deal with it.
As you may have noticed, violence is the native tongue of the Tenakth. To survive, one must master it. The truth is, though, the Karja speak it too. More than they should.
So basically what you're saying is absolutely nothing's going to change.
So then, are you still Karja?
Part of me, yes. Always. But there is much to admire about the Tenakth. Especially their chief. I've heard stories about what it was like before his reign. 3 clans always at war, constantly slitting each other's throats. Hikaru and the marshals have crafted a delicate peace. And now he looks to the future. Who knows? Maybe that future will include cooperation with the Karja.
The Karja talk about Hikaru as if he's a monster.
The Karja feel compelled to demonize him if only because he swept them from the field. It is true that he is fearsome. When I was first taken before him, I thought he would flay me alive. But he is no bloodthirsty tyrant like the Mad Sun King was. I think that if you were fortunate enough to meet him, as I was, you would find that he only wants the best for his people. I hope you do speak to him. I'm sure you'd interest him.
Well, why not? The King of Meridian interests
So,
me. I
my
interest
story.
him.
You're the first Easterner to hear it, but not the last. The Karja need to know what I have learned.
Yeah. The way you talk about the Tenakth is a lot different than how they do. Are you glad to be going back to Meridian?
Oh, I'll admit that I wouldn't mind sleeping in a feather bed or sipping wine from the southern vineyards. But I have another goal in mind. As someone who knows the Tenakth and the Karja, I'm in a unique position to advocate for both. If Sun King Avad is amenable, my hope is to establish a lasting peace.
The Tenakth don't seem that peaceful.
They're not, as a rule. But these are difficult times. Chief Hikaru knows that survival often requires change, even if that change means putting aside centuries of war.
And just because I'm curious.
I've never seen markings like those on a Karja before.
The Karja see ink as decoration. For the Tenakth, it is much more. A litany of deeds. A record of vanquished enemies.
Looks like you've vanquished quite a few.
I've fought my share of battles. But I feel that my life, like my markings, is only half complete. This side shows my martial deeds. Before I die, I'd like to see the other half marked with the laurels of peace.
You asked why I need rite of passage. I'll tell you, but you won't like my answer. 6 months ago, the world almost ended in Meridian. That threat still exists. It's getting worse every day, much worse. Calling down storms, poisoning the water, enraging the machines. The source of it all has gone west, and I'm the only one who can stop it.
I've seen the signs. And I've heard tales of incredible occurrences in Meridian, an army of demons vanquished by a red-haired champion. So I'm inclined to believe you. The burden of your task is written across your face clearer than any mark of mine.
It is?
I'll grant you this, to serve as proof of your right to travel into Tenakth lands. A task so important, and it's just the two of you. Take it from one who aspires to be a diplomat. Allies are essential. Chief Hikaru knows the West better than anyone. He may be able to help you. He can be intimidating to others, but don't let that deceive you. He is a man of his word.
Maybe. If I need him.
Your choice. You can find him at his palace, past the mountains to the southwest. Tell him I sent you, and he'll listen to
Look! The Sky Clan's banner!
Also, those are the bear. I didn't know what I was supposed to be looking at before.
Marshals. It wasn't easy, but I brought the Sky Clan with me.
And the commander?
No. I could only convince a few. He isn't yet aware we left.
We have banners from all 3 clans. If there are fewer from the Sky Clan, it can't be helped.
He's right. Sound the horn.
What's going on?
Not all Tenakth can stomach the idea of parley with the Karja, but enough have come for us to begin.
Then I'll be on my way.
No, the other marshals will not permit it. You wanted safe passage, you have it. After the embassy.
God damn it!
The Karja have opened the gates.
As the sun rises over a land at war, so too can it set over a land at peace. Today is such...
Hear me, marshals! You who claim to be Tenakth!
Regala. Chief Hikaru's biggest mistake. A rival whom he should have killed.
You have forgotten that our people were born in blood. The blood of the Karja. Instead, you pledge your spears to a chief who conspires with the enemy. Hikaru has betrayed us. The embassy is proof. And all of you marshals are his accomplices. For this, I condemn you to death.
You'll need more
Can't you just
than
go back to your
toothless
metal
threats
plant?
to intimidate us. Exile.
Oh crap. He had to ask.
Lancers! Form up!
They're riding machines!
Where'd they learn to do that?
Silence.
Vashav! Come with us now, or not at all!
Archers! Light them up!
Get to cover!
Okay, seriously, you could have reacted on this. But I guess then you had to start the game the way you did the first game.
Archers! Keep them back! Left flank! To the Karja! Run them down!
They're not gonna make it.
Fire on Will! I don't have a shot!
What do you mean you don't have a shot? If they have a shot, then you have a shot!
What happened? Can you see?
It's just us now.
Hey! Calm down and fight fair! Lancers! Take the center! Get ready!
Now, finally.
Stick to cover! Archers on the ridge!
Okay, so where am I aiming? Okay.
Here they come!
Time to fight.
Where who comes?
I see you!
You okay?
Now! Oh, they're missing their armor!
Hit that rider!
Another one down! We can win this!
Where are you? There? No, not there.
Another one down! We can win this!
Yes. Thank you.
They got one of the marshals.
No, nice. Oh, they're four. Nice.
It's you and me now, Val.
We've survived worse.
Okay.
I'll get her for me! Attack! You got her! Get back now!
Ooh, that was close. Come on. Oh. I'm definitely not just randomly pressing buttons. I definitely know what I'm doing. I'm having fun here. Where? Where? Over there. Ooh, that was close. Okay, where? There.
Oh, they're missing their armor. Hey, how's that armor?
I have completely forgotten how to block.
Enough! You, Outlanders! I'll skin you both!
No, you won't.
Chief, grant me the honor of this challenge.
Granted.
Okay, that's new.
You're next, girl.
I've never seen a shield like that. Better scan it. I can break through the shield if I damage it enough.
Okay, good to know. Ooh.
Give it up! Gotta get through that shield. Need to break his guard.
Okay, that's new. Still.
There! Now's my chance!
That won't...
You're not stopping me!
Did I just take off his take him off his underwear?
His shield's regenerated. Gotta take down that shield.
Yeah, I get that.
No shots left.
Come on.
Gotta break through his block.
He moves like a Dark Souls boss. I say, having played Dark Souls almost
Shield's
never.
gone. He's vulnerable.
But I was a fan of Bloodborne. Worth a shot.
I've gotta break that shield.
Okay, so just one more time.
There, he's exposed.
Thank you.
Your turn. Come down here and face me.
No! It was an honorable challenge. You've earned your life today.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Comrades! Mark this day! Today you have decimated the Marshals! Slaughtered the Karja! So begins our war on Hikaru. Move out!
Get him to the camp. Now.
You gonna make it?
You're going on without me, aren't you?
Yes, please.
Guess I'm stuck with Aaron. For now.
Come on. I'll take you back to the fort.
I got you.
It's salvage time, boys.
I don't think it can take a hit. I should be able to use it to glide.
Aloy. We're still trying to sort out this mess. Seems like the Tenakth have a civil war in their hands.
That sounds about right. The marshals weren't expecting Regala to attack.
And the entire Karja delegation was slain. Nozar, Voidis, Peshav. A massacre. What will you do now?
I have to head west. Hopefully this rite of passage is still good. For what I'm after, I'll cross all of Tenakth territory if I have to.
Then you have a long road ahead of you. This is only the threshold of the Forbidden West. The Tenakth's true domain lies over the mountains that border Plainsong, home of the Utaru tribe.
This isn't Tenakth territory?
All that out there? That's no man's land. It was supposed to be neutral ground, though obviously this Regala ignored that. Her rebels approached from the north, with all those machines they were riding. They must have made camp up that way.
The rebels were riding bristlebacks. And there were bristlebacks in the Daunt.
Are you saying the rebels let them into the Daunt? How would that even be possible?
I don't know. But it's worth looking into.
While you're at it, there were a number of Karja and Oseram who went out there before the gates were shut for the embassy. Maybe you could check in on them. See if they're all right.
I can keep an eye out. Is there a tall neck somewhere nearby?
A tall neck? There's that one, over there, near the Utaru border. But why?
It's hard to explain. It'll help me get the lay of the land.
If you say so. Is there anything else I can tell you before you go?
Yeah, let's... Oh, there's quite a lot you can tell me.
Do you think the Karja will take action against Regala? Seems like you'd have common ground with the Tenakth.
An expedition of the Karja army into the west could be taken as the start of another invasion. Sun King Avad won't risk it. That said, we can't allow ourselves to be caught unaware by an attack like that again.
Nosar and Wadis.
It's too bad about Nazar and Wadis.
At least Nozar went down fighting. As for the Sun Priest, well, no one deserves to go out that way. I'll make sure they're given proper funeral rites. It's the least I can do.
I think a better way of phrasing it, he didn't deserve to go out that way. I mean, you're living in a world of bow and arrow. It's sort of like the gun of the time. I mean, there are more inhumane ways of going. We have experienced them in this game.
About Fashav.
The man was taken captive by the Tanakh. Survived for years out in the west, only to die just short of the Sundom. It's a cruel end for a good soldier.
There was more he wanted to do. He spoke of advocating for lasting peace between the Karja and Tanakh.
Too late for that now.
What will happen to him?
His body will be carried back to Meridian. As a cousin of the Sun King, he will be accorded official rights and buried with honor. No soldier could ask for more.
Fashav called Regala a rival. Someone the Tanakh chief should have killed.
Yeah, I reckon he should have. She's obviously a huge threat. Her attack was coordinated and precise. Until you got in her way, that is.
They knew the lay of the land. And they knew Fashav was going to be handed over at the embassy. If the Tanakh weren't expecting her, she must have spent months gathering an army in secret.
They had to have made camp nearby. Somewhere they could lie low until the perfect moment to strike.
This area is no man's land.
That it is. The Tanakh used to attack anyone past Barren Light on sight, but after Avad overthrew the Mad Sun King, he reached out to the other tribes to offer reconciliation. The Tanakh agreed to a neutral border zone as part of the peace talks. Karja and Asuram have been striking out into the area ever since.
But now, it seems like Regala and her rebel army have moved in.
Well, I'd never call no man's land safe, even in the best of times. The ancient ruins of the Southwest are a testament to that. Remnants of some forgotten war.
You said there were others who went out when the gates were open before. Like who?
Well, in addition to the salvagers that just went through, there were a couple of other parties of Oseram delvers. Even saw 2 Karja scholars trekking southwest with an Oseram crew. Not sure if they're exceptionally brave or just foolhardy.
You mentioned the Utaru tribe. Their lands are between here and the Tanakh further west?
That's right. Plainsong is their home. They're a peaceful bunch, at least compared to the Tanakh. More taken to farming than fighting.
It's hard to imagine a bunch of farmers surviving in the Forbidden West.
Make no mistake, they have a fierceness all their own. When the Karja were pushed back during the Red Raids, their warriors chased ours through the burning fields of Plainsong. The Sun King has made several overtures of peace to them as well, but so far, they've declined.
If they're so peaceful, why decline?
Don't know. I heard they have their own troubles to deal with. Something about a food shortage. You'd think that'd make them open to trade, but no. They just want to be left alone.
You said the Tanakh lands are far to the west. What can I expect to find between here and there?
Well, as I mentioned, you've got a stretch of wilderness known as No Man's Land, and then New Taru farmlands. Past that are the Tanakh. Their territory is split into 3 clans: Desert, Lowland, and Sky.
Right. I saw their banners at the embassy.
The Desert clan is closest. Ooh, vicious lot. Where everyone else sees an inhospitable wasteland, they see a challenge to dominate. Somewhere beyond the desert is the tribe's capital, and the territories of the other 2 clans.
You don't sound certain.
I've only heard the stories. During the Red Raids, the Karja army tried to push into Tanakh territory, but the United Clans rose up against them, forced them all the way back to the Daunt.
So no one except the Tanakh really know what's beyond the desert.
Maybe the scholars do, back in Meridian. All those scrolls have to be filled with something, right?
I'd need to be on my way.
Then I wish you luck. The gates will always be open to you should you wish to return. And don't worry about your friends. We'll get them patched up.
I appreciate it.
Sun watch over you, Aloy. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Okay, there was that. Finally finished the embassy. Okay, so I'm not sure I finished my line of thought even once during this whole thing. What I was trying to say about my gaming is, I'll probably continue playing this on my own terms without this going on in the background, without this going on at the same time. But with that said, I hope to add a bit more content to the gaming channel that is just a matter of variety. I don't have the finances to keep buying games after Flight After Fancy, so to speak. So it's not going to be as much as, say, something like 8-Bit Ryan or Jacksepticeye or any of those guys. But I would like to add a little bit more variety, just for the sake of it, just to maybe create some content worth showing, basically. And if I make more videos about this game, what I think I'm going to do is, every time I am engaging with the main story again, that is when I will be making another video. And that, I think, is my plan for the foreseeable future. And I hope it's agreeable. Thank you all for watching. I have been Cole Scratches, and I hope you join me again next time to take another look at what I play.